Hi guys, welcome to Shiva Sai's Perseverance. Alright, so in this particular video, we'll be looking into what is machine learning. Yeah, alright. See, firstly, understand that machine learning is a subset of artificial intelligence. Alright, okay, now let's get into machine learning. The words implies that machines will learn, right? Okay, let's look into this now in deeper. So machine learning is a method where the computers learn on their own from the data fed to it. So meaning of that, so there is no explicit programming required for this, right? So we use some sources to feed the machine so that it will be learning from the data which is fed it. All right, so by feeding the system many examples, it finds the patterns and relationships within the data. So now let's see what is meant by pattern. Pattern is nothing but it identifies, for example, we have a dog, right? So it identifies the ear patterns of the dog. So this is the boundary, this is how the tail is looking in, only based on the pattern of the tail, right? So based on it, it will just gather the data and mark over the patterns and learn the patterns and keep that within the machine, right? So that using this patterns and the relationships within this data, once we complete the training, the machines now will be using this particular data, from what it had learned already, so that it can make the predictions or decisions on the new unseen information. I hope it is very clear now. Alright, so this is machine learning, but let's look into the types of machine learning. So these three are the types where machine can learn. Alright, so firstly, let's focus on supervised learning. Alright, so guys, so supervised learning, the even here the name implies supervised. So we are supervising somewhere, we meaning humans. Alright, so it is a type of ML where the model learns from the labeled data. So the question here is, what is labeled data, right? So let me take you to this particular slide now. Alright, so here there are a lot of pictures. So consider we have hundreds and thousands of pictures where I need to find which are dogs and which are other animals. So what we have did is, so we have actually labeled all the dogs with the label like dog, and the other animals maybe cats, maybe any other like not a dog, so that this is the meaning of labeled data. So we are assigning the labels to the required objects, it might be pictures, anything as such. Now, so meaning the input data already has the correct output answer, right? So based on it, the classifications, the predictions, everything will be utilized and taken the action. So we're already supplying the label data, and anyways, right, it has the correct output. Yeah, this is supervised learning. So what is the challenge here? So if the volume of the data increases, it is really hectic and difficult to manage and assign the labels for each and every we have the huge data, right? So here we need to assign labels for each and every object what we have. All right, so object in the sense it might be any, right? Okay, fine. So now that is where we have another sort of learning, which is unsupervised learning. So unsupervised learning is a machine learning model where machine learning type where the machines learn from the data without any labels. So what is the meaning of, again, labels here? So as you already understood the meaning of labels, right? So here in unsupervised learning, the labels are not actually required, right? So then how emission finds it? So it will find from the hidden patterns, groupings, or structures within the data on its own. So meaning of that, so this is the dog, it has this pattern of ears. So this is a chair, this have this pattern of shapes. This is a clock, this have this pattern of shape. Everything is such, like this is the tail of a dog, this is the tail of a cat. Only based on the patterns within the object, it will actually keenly observe and learn those patterns, grouping structures within the data on its own, right? It uses some algorithm and it will actually learn on its own. So here labels are not required. This is a bigger advantage here. So, and we have one more which is crucial, which is reinforcement learning. So if you see here, reinforcement learning collects the feedback through the trial and error method. Meaning of that, it interacts with the user's environment. It keep on learn from that particular conversations and interactions, and it actually have something like rewards and penalties, so that rewards is a positive outcome kind of, penalties a negative outcome kind of. So the higher the rewards, the higher the missions consider that, okay, I have the higher reward here, so I need to go on this way to predict, right? So that it helps for future actions. So this is reinforcement learning. So now putting everything in a simple table: type of learning, supervised learning, unsupervised learning, reinforcement learning. Input labeled data, input plus correct output comes under supervised learning. But the disadvantage or the drawback here, like we need to label the each and every object, right? So it's really hectic if the huge data is available over there, right? Fine. Now output under supervised learning, the predict the correct output for a new input. All right. So now unsupervised learning, unlabeled data, only input is required, discover patterns or groupings within the data by its own. Now reinforcement learning, it uses environment, state, action taken. What it is actually highlighting: environment, state plus action taken. So it will apply trial and error method based on the conversations, interactions. It will gain the knowledge, learn from it, right? And the output is reward or penalty. So feedback for the next action. So the rewarded ones is a positive outcome there. So based on it, it will actually make the predictions. All right. Yes. Fine, guys. Thank you so much for your time. Keep learning. So AI is a game changer now. Keep your eyes. Every engineer, it might be fresher, professional, if you want to survive in the IT market, right? So for the people who are in any domain, make a basic fundamental knowledge grabbing, right, on AI, because this is the present and future, and things are already changed and it will keep on changing rapidly. So keep in mind and act accordingly. Happy learning. Bye bye.